COUP munyika yeZimbabwe zviri kunzi izvoni neguwa ratinaro pano. Zimbabwe National Army Commander ashaota Tapfumaneyi havasi kuzochengetedza Mnangagwa semafungiro ari kuita. Takanga tiine nyaya imwe tinogara tichitaura pano kuti Chiwenga akanga ari loyal G40 zvisingaite kuna President Mugabe, but time zvakangokwana takatoona kuti anga asitori loyal, anga atori munhuwo zvake ari kutoda kungoti nyika iende mberi. So ndo same zvatiri kuona pana Mnangagwa achizama kuita sekunge achengetedzwa kana kuti COUP haitike munyika yeZimbabwe. Haisi nyaya yekuti unotemba kuti musoja ndiye achakuchengetedza. Varume ava havana garandi. Varume ava vanogona kungoita zvavanofunga zviri kuenderana nemainterests avo ivo ndo zvavanoita. Saka tine information iri kutaura nyaya idzodzo. Iri kunzi COUP proofing is a myth. Water Tapfumaneyi, no guarantee. Even during the peak of factional battles between Grace Mugabe's G40 and the Lacoste faction, Chiwenga was preserved as a loyal to Mugabe right until the moment he was not. Analysts warn that Tapfumaneyi's closeness to Mnangagwa today does not guarantee any alliance tomorrow. Those entrusted with the military powers often realigned the moment they perceive better opportunities or greater security on the other side. So muri Zimbabwe ndo nyaya yamamiriro yakaita. Zvese zvavari kutemba nazvo vanhu vanogona kungopanduka ende vakatopanduka kudhara. Mari dzese vari kutotora vari kuziva mainterest earmy tinomaziva. Ende pane vashoma vachangoda kupuza ipapapo ndo vamuchaona vachikonzeresa hondo ende vakonzeresa hondo vachakundwa vachagara mumajeri vanhu vavo. I think this may apere zvinhu zvanotaura izvo zvisina kuitika because patove papeak penyaya because CAB3 ndio ine nyaya dzese. Saka CAB3 iyoyi ndio ichakonzeresa kwese kurefu, kwese kwatuku, kwese kwatiri kutoda kutarisira kurefu May uno apere zvakanaka. So muri Zimbabwe tinokutendai nekutenda kwenyu. Ndofunga tantanguva tikuonese kuti no ana Zimbabwe National Commander hapana chavanombochengetedza Mnangagwa. Chakatochaya pana chinhu chatochaya because vasiri vanobata pfuti. Vanoenda kusaidi rinobenefita ivo nori saidi rinovakwadzisa. Munhu wese anotodawo life yakanaka, munhu wese anotodawo mari hapana sikade mari. So mamira zvakaita ndo vatitotaura yaya kuti ari kutrusta vanhu vese nekuvapa mari but mari haitenge rudo, ndo nyaya iripo. So ndo mamira zvakaita.
Which allows the president to appoint 10 unelected senators to the Senate. So let me just quickly unpack those. Currently our traditional leaders, there's a legal requirement on them to be non-partisan. Now we have 18 chiefs that sit in the Senate. And yes, traditionally they have often voted with ZANU-PF, and that is not how it should be, but that's how yes, it's been in practice. But the fact that they have that requirement that they have to be nonpartisan is actually a protection for the chiefs. And people forget that it was actually the chiefs during the COPAC process. It was the chiefs that advocated for the inclusion of that provision that chiefs are meant to be nonpartisan, which makes perfect sense because they play that sort of judicial role within communities. You don't want someone who is a party politician, resolving disputes in parliament. In the communities. But it also has a big impact on the role of chiefs in the Senate, because once you remove the requirement that chiefs have to be nonpartisan, they then basically are political functionaries of their appointing authority, which is who? The president, right? So the president essentially has 18 senators who are under his control before a single vote is cast. Now you add to that an additional 10 unelected senators who are appointed by the president. It means the president now has 28 senators before even a single vote is cast. That means for the president's party to control the Senate, All he needs is an additional 18 senators. In order to obtain an additional 18 senators, the president's party just needs to get 30% of the vote in the National Assembly elections, which translates to 18 18 senators in the Senate, meaning that with 30% of the vote, the ruling party would control 50%, more than 50% of the Senate. Now it's this undemocratic parliament, parliament being, of course, the Senate and the National Assembly combined, which then is the one that is going to elect the president. This is an undemocratic parliament, which the ruling party can retain control of, with only 30% of the vote. So the point is simply to make is that it's not that that an indirect election is undemocratic per se, but the whole system of electing the president in CAB3 is fundamentally undemocratic. Then there's I know I've been talking long, but if I can just add two more points, which are extremely worrying about our system or the proposed system of electing the president. There's a clause in there. If you check, it's what there would be the new section 92 subsection 6, and that clause makes it clear that the person who's elected president doesn't even need to have been elected as a member of parliament. So you could have a scenario where someone is rejected by their own party during primary elections, or someone is rejected by their own constituents trying to become an MP, who literally has zero mandate from the people, becoming the president. Literally anyone, could just become the president out of the blue, and all they need to do is convince 186 members of parliament to vote for them. Now, this is extremely worrying in an environment where our politics is already saturated with money, where we recently had a situation where where Wicknell was saying that you can give more than $3 million to members of parliament, and now we are going to create an electoral system where 186 people can determine who becomes president. It just becomes a scenario where someone can buy 186 MPs a nicer vehicle than the next guy, and they become president. And then, sorry, why do I say 186? Because that's half. That's a simple majority of a joint sitting of the Senate and the National Assembly. And then the second worrying provision is that CAB3 makes it clear that that system of electing the president does not even require a secret ballot for MPs. So what it means is that someone who has prepaid to buy the presidency can actually monitor the MPs to see whether they vote for them or not, and there can be repercussions for those MPs that don't vote according to those who would have prepaid to become the president. So this system of electing the president just essentially entrenches what we might call kleptocracy, the rule by thieves, because this is a system where the most corrupt members of society can essentially easily buy power simply through corrupting a mere 186 members of parliament. So so all of that to say that this electoral system, it's not simply just about the fact that it's an indirect election. It's everything else that's packed in around it as well.
No, thank you for breaking it that way. Right. Can I quickly move on to ZCMNAP? I believe it's Dr. Ranga on there. Dr. Ranga, if you can just quickly introduce yourself. And my question to you, as you